Hey, for real.
Yeah.
For real. Each and every one of you. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Look at this turnout.
Yeah. Look at Filmo with 2 beers. Filmo, put it down. Filmo, double fist.
Not 2 chains, 2 beers.
Look at you.
They don't want me to be 2 or something else.
Hey, how many of you all are with us on YouTube every day? Give yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you.
So much fun. So much fun.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
trolling
you.
us.
Exactly. Thank you for upsetting us every single minute of the day. We
I won't call you out.
Ingus and John from Mancini's want to say hi to you as well.
yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate you. Man, it's been a ton of fun. Obviously, here at the Red and Gold Summit, this is something we have really, really been looking forward to. A couple fun things on the way out the door with the time that we've got left. Who do you think is the eyebrow raiser? Who's the breakout player for the 49ers this year? Shasky, what do you got?
Oh, my God. You went to me first.
I did.
Breakout player. What if I go with somebody who's part of the staff? I'm going to go with Steve Wilkes. They've hit 2 defensive coordinators in a row. Can they hit a third?
Nice.
Can they hit a third? This is a guy who's already had an opportunity to head coach an Arizona team that was ready to blow him out the door before he even accepted the job, unfortunately. I'm very interested to see what he can do. I mean, the bar is so high for this defense. I think they have some personnel issues, but if he can make things work, it's been proven. If you're the DC for the Niners, you're going to be elevated around the league and how you're viewed. So could he be that breakout star?
Absolutely. That's an interesting answer. Bonta, what about you?
Offensively, everybody's established, right? McCaffrey, Debo, IU, Kittle. So offensively, not going to be a lot of chances for guys like Ronnie Bell to really break out in this offense unless there's some sort of injuries. It's all set up for Drake Jackson to be the breakout guy for the 49ers. If Nick Bosa gets there, Drake Jackson will see one-on-one on the edge all day long because so much attention is paid to Hargrave and Bosa. Drake Jackson should be the breakout star for the 49ers. He has every opportunity to be that. Again, his job's going to be a lot easier because of number 97, so I'm going with Drake Jackson.
Okay, I like that answer. Dibs, what do you got?
I was going to go Drake Jackson. I knew he was going Drake Jackson, so I had a first runner-up because I think Bonte's right in terms of you got Bosa and you got Javon Hargrave and you got Armstead. They're going to all eat up so many blockers that it should be Drake Jackson. I want it to be Kinlaw, but I don't think it's going to be. So I'm going to go to Oren Burks because the third linebacker in this team, and the Niners play a lot of base. And the third linebacker on this team traditionally has been a guy who's done well. Azeez Al-Shaair, when he was the third linebacker, he became a player. And, Greenlaw and Fred Warner, more Greenlaw than Warner at times, have had to miss games. And so I think that Oren Burks gets his chance. And I think he flashes for a defense that has been very linebacker friendly.
Okay, that's an answer. All right, what about you, Goop?
I'm no scout.
I mean, that's a surprising one, isn't it?
It was.
Surprising answer.
I would have went Jalen Graham.
I'm no scout, but Bonta talked about a story in the NFC Championship game that didn't get a lot of run, and McCaffrey was hurting a little bit, and you don't want to overuse him. I'm in the sports book. Nobody cares with Steiny in Vegas, and I see Jordan Mason run. I know he fumbled, but I'm a steal from Olivia Newton-John. He is physical, and I'm telling you, he is going to shock a lot of people when he gets a breather from McCaffrey. So Jordan Mason for me.
Well, and we all talk about the likelihood of Purdy missing a game or two. I think there's a likelihood of McCaffrey missing a game or two as well.
He's a big boy, man. He's like Marion Barber. He reminds me of.
Did see that game in Seattle Thursday night football. Jordan Mason's a big boy runs. Had t-shirt game.
What do you think?
To me, I'll go with, and I heard his name a couple times, but I'll go with Hargrave just because he was their big kind of acquisition on the defensive side of the ball in free agency, and he's supposed to be the guy who benefits from Bosa. And so because he wasn't on the team last year,
I like that.
I was going to pick Ayuk, but I think everybody's expecting him to have a big year. Yep. But Hargrave sounds like if he's really good, he's a difference maker.
Yeah, I think
if he's really good.
What about and I know the path to the field is not evident necessarily yet, but I love everything I've seen and more so everything I've heard from the guys and the camp buzz about Jair Brown. I think he could end up being a very, very interesting player. Again, I don't want to forecast a breakout for someone that in many ways, you know, might take an injury, might take something to get him a whole lot of time. But I think that has a great chance to be a really good pick for the 49ers.
Well, Hufanga's already banged up.
Yeah,
I know.
His knee injury serious. So Jair Brown may be playing a lot early.
Jair Brown, they may call on him right away. Yeah, absolutely.
Are we not going to talk about, or nobody cares, I don't want to worry everybody, but the field goal kicking situation for the Niners?
I really care.
Pittsburgh, could you imagine and you can't blame Kyle for the guys getting hurt?
Well, he's going to get blamed if you use a third-round pick on someone that, like it may. I would say my big thing on the kicker thing, it might end up being a blessing in disguise because Zane got hurt. Moody was not looking ready.
He barely made that one.
Right? He looked totally wobbly. And so what may end up happening, my guess is the 49ers are either going to trade for or sign or someone, a different kicker who's going to at least be a placeholder early in the season. And if that person kicks the ball through the goalpost a few times, everything's fine.
Are we worried about anyone having a down year? Last year, Deebo Samuel had a down year. And you can almost kind of see it coming because of what happened in the offseason. Is there any player? I'm not trying to put that out there. What?
Brock Purdy.
Oh, that's a great one.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's a great one. Yeah.
If he regresses, wouldn't want to be Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to go George Kittle, but Brock Purdy's...
He just came through my mind.
Because George Kittle's been, like, he's again got hurt at the beginning of the camp. And I'm going, he's gotten dinged up a lot. He plays a physical brand of football, and he's due a lot of money moving forward.
The one to me in that same vein, Joe, is Trent Williams. Because already we've got questions about the right tackle. Colton McKivitz.
I hadn't considered that.
We hope that McKivitz is going to come in and be... And you know what? McGlinchey got way more shade than he deserved. And we'll see how much people miss McGlinchey, depending on how McKivitz plays. But if Trent Williams goes out, and all of a sudden we got different issues with this team.
I was never going to pay $50 million for Mike McGlinchey.
Right, but I think in that same vein, a lot of us cast aspersions on the way he played. There's one thing to not want to pay him $50 million. It's another thing to say that he wasn't very good. He was very good in the run game.
He was league average.
In the run game, he was elite. In the pass game, he was below average.
But, I was looking at their guard play. They let Laken Tomlinson go, and I thought that was a bad move. And that ended up being, stupid by me to even assume that because I thought that Burford and Banks were really good last year.
Willard, let me ask you this.
I think they've earned the benefit of the doubt on that decision.
And I asked Steiny, but quickly, has Bosa put on a pair of pads? He's at the 24-hour fitness working out. Okay, he's got a great body. But I'm just saying, have you put on pads?
Who's that character?
I don't know. That's scary to me, and you're going to play in cold weather?
It's going to be hot.
I don't think it's going to be cold.
It's going to be 96.
It's going to be cold.
Weatherman over here, he didn't say it was going to be hot.
The Bosas have a couple of reputations.
Oh, man.
And their reputations are A, stubborn.
Yeah.
And B,
lower extremities.
They are always in shape and ready to go.
And C, they have a tendency to get hurt all the time.
Tissue.
So
there you go.
Have you noticed that you say that about every single player in the NFL?
How many times has Nick Bosa been hurt to the point where he had to miss years?
Do
High
you
school,
see me?
College, and pro.
You know who has a tendency to get hurt?
Facts.
NFL players. They have a tendency to get hurt. Thank you for the nod. You got to stop pinning that on people, man.
Nick Bosa is missing camp, and we're going to expect him to come in and don't miss a snap, Nick, because you work out all the time.
No, but do you at least notice about, and I mean this to everybody, notice about yourselves, with certain players you blame them for their injuries, and other players we call it dumb luck. We do that.
I don't blame him. I just point out that he has been hurt over the course of his life.
Like a lot of 49er players.
Name the Niner who hasn't.
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Okay.
First year he dealt with some injuries.
What about Warner?
He had hurt feelings last year in the doghouse.
Warner hasn't gotten hurt.
No, Warner's gotten hurt.
The question is, there's something in the water in Santa Clara because the Niners
they
got hurt in the playoffs.
I know, but he's never missed a game.
But they've been doing more injuries at the quarterback and running back position than any other team.
And Brock hasn't either.
I know, but
it feels that way.
I know.
Yeah,
it feels that way.
It feels that way because they're the really, really, really good players. They're the really, really important ones. I mean, it's the NFL. Yeah. I mean, George Kittle, we don't blame him. He's hurt every year. No one ever says a word about it.
We blame Jimmy for that.
Jimmy's injury prone. Trey Lance and Brock.
Why did you throw it so high?
Trey and Brock aren't. but Jimmy is.
Jimmy got George hurt, and then he got himself.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
He almost got
What
the
did you
Empire
guys make
River
of-
Center football. Go ahead.
What did you
Shasky.
make of the Jimmy sound
It's
today?
incredible every time I hear it.
He's an absolute baby.
man.
Get
I
out
thought-
of town,
Why?
dude.
He handled
He
that.
feels like he was done wrong.
Maybe he's just telling the truth.
And there you go.
course he
Because
is.
a lot of people threw a lot of shade at Jimmy when he was
Yeah.
here.
And what if he's not
including
the
head
only one that
coaches.
feels that way, Willard?
How many articles Michael Silver wrote about Jimmy being benched or
I think-
Shanahan not liking him?
True.
I think.
I was
I think
too harsh
where
on
is Jimmy?
I
I
think
was
it'd be
too harsh.
wild to think that somebody who got fired from their
all
job
right.
would not be
Sour grapes.
upset about it.
Yeah, but he didn't get fired. He
he
got
did.
demoted and then had to hang around.
Yeah.
Like it was like a variety of insults
Right.
to his ego
Wow.
professionally. And looking back on it, I know that I was a very vocal anti-Jimmy guy at times, poking holes in him. And I feel like I look back in retrospect and it's like, you know what? He was a very good
That
49er.
man.
And I feel bad that I was as harsh as I was because you don't realize how important he is till he's not on your team.
Hey, one more time, everybody who's sitting here right now. Thank you so
that's
much.
a boy, Steiny.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget our guy Golf. The golf guy.
And for real, Bonta, Joe, Steiny, Goo, thank
Yes,
you guys
thank
you.
for,
So
for your
Willard
double
Dibs, we're
duty.
expecting you guys to come in between 6 and 8
We're
tomorrow.
ready.
to
We're
just
ready. No,
Yeah,
no, no.
payback.
Not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. But sometime for sure. All right. Hey, if you're listening, or those of you here on your way home, you want to hear some more of this. Brought to you by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises. The full Red and Gold Summit will be replayed, hosted by our own Mark Grandy. He will kind of bring you through it a little bit, but the whole thing will be replayed. Those last 2 hours are coming up here again next. So thank you again to all of you. Thank you, Fieldwork.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fieldwork Brewing Company.
Hell yeah. Guru, I need one more cliche on the way out the door.
You got
One
one?
more rap
You got
bar. One more bar.
He's gone.
You're going to hit the road, Jack, like Ray Charles. Come on, like do something.
And like that, he's gone.
Oh, man.
I had nothing.
Bomb spaghetti. Oh, all right.
Even
For Bonta and Joe, for Steiny, Goo, for Dibs, for Matt, for everybody here, Whitley, thank you all very much. The Red and Gold Summit on 95.7 The Game.